What a minute, all this just breaks my heart for Naziah and the kids at that house. Yeah. And then it's like, and I feel like we should show grace overall to all the kids involved because again, you kids don't know it's wrong till they know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
When
And
you are groomed to an environment in ways that outside looking in, you like the fuck the hell she's saying that or doing that for? Like, yeah, you
right,
and your kids may not have been exposed to, but she was. And to
right.
her, it's okay. To her, people around her, it's okay. And I say that, for example, we heard her aunt the other night say, hey, I was 19, gave him a second chance. She knew he was a P, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
already you see in their environment, this woman that had 5 kids with him, this man that been at school events, knowing he ain't supposed to be at no damn school events, been at family functions and all that, you know what I'm saying? So already that environment that she was in was okay with grown men touching children. So, like I said, just show grace to a certain degree. Like, you know, she knew what she didn't know what that it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, when you say that, you can't say she knew it was wrong. She knew, like, okay, because they
Do
come
she
on.
mean? Do she mean that she knew the aunt knew, or are you speaking
Oh, I
about
got you put on the guy. Oh, wow. Hold
are
on.
you speaking about Naziah Amanda or the aunt when you say she knew? I just want to get some
But
clarity.
and then that just again shows the environment. If her aunt was willing to take in a pee to come around her, oh, okay, gotcha. Come around her,
Okay.
not only come around her and those around her, but she had 5 kids, 2 of which are girls that was around
But
this
but
guy.
hold on. Let's talk about before she even had children. There were foster kids in that home that she brought this man around before she even had a baby with him.
Well, that's what I'm
So
saying.
yeah.
You brought somebody that you knew, and then that just goes to show. I know she in her audio, she was like she on low self-esteem where obviously you did because you felt like you had to settle for somebody with I don't care what story he gave to you. Obviously, you were brought up in an environment where touching kids was okay,
Was
that you
okay.
felt like he
Right.
deserved a second chance. Because
Right.
personally, okay, I feel like off with their fucking heads. All of them that do that shit. It's nothing. I wouldn't give a damn if you told me the child fell on it. Like off with you. Like period. That's just my point of view, my own opinion of it. But it just shows the type of environment. And for those who probably grew up with family sweeping shit under the rug when the uncle or somebody touch on one of the kids and they sweep it under the rug, the environment is issue. So like I said, show her grace with some of the details that have been coming out. And I'm talking about Naziah, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Show her
mm-hmm.
grace because this type of stuff was embedded in around her 24/7.
We had Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth.
Right. She was so young. It wasn't like this happened when she was like 19 or 20. So you can tell what was around her at a young age.
Exactly. So it's like, I know it's quick to say, oh, she was fast. Oh, she was this. You don't know what she
And
was
listen,
saying.
those are just the text messages that they have. What if there was another phone somewhere, another device? That's only what they pulled out. If she's was 12 when it started, and he's communicating with her daily. That don't mean that's. I don't believe that that's the only things that was said to her. That's just me. I don't believe.
Hey, I learned. I'll give y'all an example. Since I've been 18, even before, I love to curse. Okay, I'm talking about. I would hear my family say some ish, and I couldn't wait to repeat it. I remember one time my cousin told somebody to suck out her ass with a coffee stirrer. And I couldn't wait, and I was the first kid to say, "Y'all let me like, you know what I'm saying?" Now again, I'm hearing this shit at home. I knew not to say that around them. But as soon as I got around my cousins and friends, I said it. So like, you never know what you get from your surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
Product of your environment.
Yeah. So I say that I started with that to say, so when my daughter was 4, she never cursed. Like, she wasn't one of them kids that started like cursing or saying cuss words. She never cursed. And then one day, my mom was like, "You need to stop cursing. That child gonna be cursing." And I'm like, "She don't curse." And I had asked, I said, "You know what curse word is?" She was like, "Yeah." And I said, "What's a curse word?" And she said, "Bitch." But she never cursed, but she knew, okay, she knew what it was. So again, it's an environment, you know? And again, so like, you can expect a child to know something more than what they're around. I say that. For example, if I never curse, right? My daughter probably wouldn't curse. So then if she went somewhere and picked up, I can say, "Oh, where you got that from?" Hell, if she would have came back and started cursing, first thing everybody would look at was me. She cursing because she ain't cursing. You know what I'm saying? So it starts at home and what they're around. So although thankfully a lot of y'all children never had to experience none of this, a lot of y'all may not have experienced nothing like that. But for those who have, this situation ain't as far-fetched as you think. But you will have to be in that position to understand it a little bit more. So that's why I said, just show her grace.
Right. Because I know mine curse and I know who they got it from. So I couldn't even say nothing when you said that.
Okay.
I heard my twins curse somebody out one day and I'm sitting there. I was amazed.
Listen.
I was amazed. And then I said, they didn't get that. I don't use the word bitch though. I don't. So, but when and that's what they said. And I just was like, how you? I don't know, Molly. I just salt and pepper that with what I heard you say. Oh.
Listen. When I say all the words, okay? I put them shits together, form sentences and all, okay? So y'all know my daughter grown now. When I finally heard her curse, I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and say it because of something Amanda just said. Mm-hmm. Amanda, I'm gonna say this. I'm very sorry. I'm very, 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 very sorry. And I'm gonna just put myself out there because I'm not ashamed. I'm the victim. I wasn't the the pedophile. So it happened to me when I was 9 years old. My mother's deceased. God bless her. My mother was my mother's not me. If anybody met my mom, they'd be like, "That's your mother?" I'm what you call bougie ghetto. My mother was straight up bougie. So, and she was very mild mannered. But the night after that happened, I told my mother, and she became another person right in front of my eyes. My little cousin was living with us at the time, and she woke him up and told him that I couldn't walk him to school. He has to walk by himself. So he got dressed and he went to school. My mother told me to stay in the living room, which I did. My mother goes in the kitchen and she had a butcher knife. That butcher knife was longer than a regular butcher knife. It had to be as long as my arm. And she went in her bedroom because that's actually where the assault took place. She went in I followed her at that time because of course I'm scared. My mother's And I'm like looking in the what's the name. And it was her boyfriend. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. It was her boyfriend. She goes and she calls his name. He doesn't wake up because as he was doing what he was doing, he was also on crack. So he was taking crack all night. So he was in this drug stupor or whatever. Didn't wake up. Thankfully so, because I don't know what could have happened to me or my mother. Instead of her calling the police, my mother walked me to the precinct. Went in there, said everything, gave them the layout of our apartment, my mother's bedroom, everything. So I stayed there. Me and my mother stayed there with another set of detectives while they go back to our apartment to arrest him. I was told that when they got there, he was in the same exact spot. So they arrested him and everything and took me to the hospital. And it's funny how things come full circle. When the same doctor that examined me was the same doctor that told me that I was pregnant with my twins at 20. But I want to go back to the mothers because Amanda said that. I hate when I hear those stories because my mother was, when I say dead on it. That was in the paper. Of course, my name wasn't published, but I'm from Baisley Projects in Queens. Everybody knew who it was. So, but my mother was with me the entire time. I went to therapy, all types of things. He even had people watching me go to school and was threatening my life, and I had to move to my aunt's. God bless the dead. My aunt and uncle, they're deceased, for a little while. But I really, and that's what I said like earlier. Like, I don't think this is funny, but I have to chuckle at something because that still hurts. That still bothers me. I hate to hear somebody go through that. And the fact that Naziah did not have somebody like I had. That could be any of us that happened to, whether you a girl or a boy. And I mean, I'm proud that I'm not ashamed. I don't like it. And I'm going to say kudos to whoever killed him in prison. Kudos for that. But I just hate to hear when somebody doesn't have someone when they go through that. I don't care what nobody say. That may be one of the hardest things that you can get through as a child. You lose your innocence. Because, of course, I had my menstrual back then. I didn't know what a plan B was back then. And I took that. So I know all of this. I'm very keen at what's going on. I tried not to get here tonight, but since I read that, I know I'm not the only one. I know there's another Naziah. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of Jarvises. Whoever's going through this, find somebody, please. Because it's hard for me to talk about this because I can't even get on the phone right now and call my mother. Because I don't talk about it on I guess you could say a platform. Of course, my people know, my children. But I can't even call my mother right now and just be like, yo, ma, and whatever, and talk to her. So if you're going through this, I would greatly appreciate. I know that it's hard. Find somebody. That is the worst thing to probably go through by yourself, because I had one person. Now, don't get me wrong. My father was in my life. Him and my mother separated when I was 3 and he moved out. He was in my life, but she was constant with that. And then I think probably when I was like 30 something or something, my mother came to my home and apologized. Like, she's apologized for years, but she knew I still carry that. And I'm not going to hold you. I was angry with her for a long time because I did not understand, because it was other things he was doing, not to me, but just as a drug addict, that he should have been out of our home. But my mother came and she told me sorry. She died 7 years ago. She apologized again. I know that that's hard for her to probably even look at me all those years and know that I was carrying that. So even if it's hard for that person to say something to you, but they're there, it's consistent. No, don't be sorry. Thank you. Because the laughing comment got me when I'm like, these people don't even know me. But getting back to that, just find somebody, please. Just do that. Go ahead and find somebody and get through that. And I wish I knew her. No lie. I honestly wish I knew her before that, because we don't know if she tried to tell somebody and they was like, well, yeah, what are you talking about? You know, we don't know that side. We do not know that side. But we're going to get back to it, because I said I'm not going to be low vibration with the whole thing.
I wanted you to finish your story. I said she would do this shit while I'm over it, right? But,
I mean,
I had to light the mood just now, y'all. But I will say this. Listen to your story. And I'll say this. I came from an environment similar to Nazaya's, where I remember starting my period at like 8. I was scared to tell anybody, right? And I remember my grandfather like, who been messing with you?
mm-hmm.
Like I started my fucking period. And that was the first thing, right? So I came from an environment where
he thought your virginity was broken at that time.
Yeah, because I started my period.
Okay, I got you.
Right?
Okay.
So I came from an environment where you can say, you in elementary school, hey, I got a friend that's a boy. Oh, you hot in the ass, right? Everything is you hot in the ass.
I'm still listening. I hear my turkey wings. Go ahead, I'm listening.
But I came from that type of environment, so I feel, I guess, a little differently when it comes to hearing Zaya's story, because I've came from the environment where little girls couldn't go up and tell somebody that this was going on, or that they didn't feel safe around this person or that person, or that something is happening to them, because they're fearful of what's going to happen to them. So to piggyback off of what Miss Me said, find you a safe place. If you can't go to your family members, you can't, find a teacher, find somebody that's not kin to you that you can reach out to, because it's someone that's going to listen to you. It's just about finding that resource and not holding it in, because a lot of times, and sadly, and this is my opinion, you know, Nazaya held it in to the point ultimately could be the reason why she lost her life. And I think it could be because, again, they haven't found her. I don't like just to say she's deceased, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. But that could have been something that could have been her saving grace. But not everybody is comfortable or have that friendly face like you was able to go to your mom, you know. And just from, again, I don't know her family, just from hearing her grandma speak, hearing her aunt speak, yeah, she ain't had nobody that she could go to that they was gonna really take her serious or really take her side. You know, a lot of times we like, look, I'm the type, I don't care, man, you got to prove that child lying to me, because I'm gonna believe the child off top.
Right.
Like off top. Right. Okay. So yeah, but I just wanted to piggyback off that just to give another side to, like, I can understand when you don't have nobody. And I will say this, just from my own personal experience, I know how I feel not to feel loved either and find it somewhere else. Y'all know I've been open about this. I had my daughter at 14. My baby daddy was my age though, but at the same time, my parents was in and out of jail, on and off drugs. My granddaddy was so fucking strict, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I started my period, he said, who messed with you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I met
So
my baby daddy.
you was raised by him most of your life. You was with him.
No, I was
Okay.
raised. But
Oh,
just this
I know.
time,
No. I know. I'm
yeah,
just. I know. You know. I
yeah,
know.
but
But I
just
was
this
just asking
time
that.
frame right here, like when
Yeah.
I met my baby daddy, it was like he told me what I wanted. Like everybody think I just, like in the earlier days they thought, oh, it just happened. Like as far as getting pregnant, no, I wanted someone to love me like I wanted to be loved, and I thought
Right.
I was gonna have that family with, my baby daddy, which was bullshit. Okay, but I was young, 13. I ain't know no better. I just was looking for what I didn't have. And for
Mhm.
those who remember when I first started my channel, the Conquer the World song is based off of me telling my testimony on it. So
Okay.
that's what people didn't know. That song is about that. But I say that you also got to take that because we don't know what Naziah was missing to her. She may was missing. Her dad wasn't in her life. Her mama, from what I'm hearing, wasn't in her life. She got this, and this is my opinion. Her grandma is evil as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Her aunt seemed like she chased dick more than anything. So it's just like she was in a fucked up situation. Now that's just my opinion, but I just it's just a sad story.
It's a lot. It's right. And I was just about to say it's a lot, and it's just it's sad out of all the bad outcomes. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't even want to be like. I guess the positive outcome would be, of course, to overcome it. Just that, even when you do overcome that, it's something happens in your life or something you may hear. You may not outwardly show it or whatever. That would
You really
trigger
don't
you.
ever overcome it though.
Huh?
You really don't ever overcome it. Cause let me
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
something.
That's like that. I was hesitating to use the word, but I'm just put it like
I
this: for
think
you to
I
go
think
on
the
every day
scripture
and function regularly. Let me just say it like that. It's not
Christian
really.
said something, and that's like she said she was very overprotective of her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
saw that.
that's not healthy either. But when you are in, or if you are a part of a situation like this, or seen this, because I was overprotective of my daughter, like she couldn't stay at
All three
nobody's
of
house.
mine. Right, right.
Like
I
even
just
with her friends, y'all can come play at my house. Cause I didn't trust none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm-hmm.
I didn't even let my little like boy cousins. Hell nah. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't even stay over here. So like you do because you be so fearful of your child going through that. So I don't think you ever really do overcome it. It's always something in the back of your mind. And I feel like even those that think they overcame it, they're not
They
because
really
she will
don't.
be triggered. This is why this
It's
case
suppressed. Right. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
this is
It's
why this case I didn't want to cover it for content. Remember, you kept
mm-hmm.
talking to me about it. I was like, I don't want to cover it
Mm-hmm.
because like people are so quick to judge. They're really not going to think about the reality of this situation. It's a lot of Nazaris. It's a lot of Shannons. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of what's and then it's a lot of them around. It's a lot of Jarvises. But are we going to really sit here and be honest and say we understand the reality of this situation? Is that as many young girls around women that were young girls being groomed and preyed on, that now they feel like it's okay to bring a predator around kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
yeah,
Because
it's like a
and that
nonstop.
family for them, like Shannon and her sister and whomever else, it could have been a Jarvis in their life.
Yeah, and it could be one of those situations where, oh, we don't speak on this outside our house. People on the road,
Oh
that.
yeah, what go on in my house stays in my house
Mhm.
type thing. You
So
right.
you just don't, you just don't know. And I just like to be more honest about it because you never know who's watching this. It might be a young girl that's comes across this live, and I ain't trying to be the one to hold it up and down like, oh yeah, I don't understand it. Like it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
understand.
reality of the situation.
Yeah, that shit like this is happening, and it's always been happening, and like you just got to find your way out. And sometimes your way out is going to a teacher, going to the principal. Hell, sometimes running away. Shit, I didn't run away before. So I'm not telling nobody to run away, I'm just saying, like sometimes you
Yeah,
just don't know. You just want out of the situation. But if you don't know is a chance to get out of the situation, what do you do? You know?
that is
Yeah,
true
we can
too.
get into the content because but you haven't damn dropped a bomb on the panel. I was like, miss me, wait till my ass up here. Then I thought you was about to cry. I'm like, don't do this. I'm about to drop off.
No, I wasn't going. I wasn't going. If I even felt like that, it was more so missing my mother than anything. Like I'm not gonna say like I'm over that situation, but like I was like
Yeah,
what gave me peace was when I was informed that he was no longer with us. So
I feel you.
so
I feel
I
you.
mean, and it took. I found that out. I think my twins were like 4 when they did that. So I don't. Well, whomever did it, I don't know. And I
Let
was.
me let me ask you a question. I'm just gonna ask you the question because I don't really. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you this question, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to my damn computer just now?
What you mean?
It went black. Why I can't see nothing? Hold on, my bad.
We see you. Honey,
After
we see you.
going to that,
Uh-huh.
did it did it like change you, like over sexualize you in any way?
You mean like
If
me
you don't mind
myself?
me asking, like, were you
No, I
more
don't. I mean,
interested?
what do you mean? Was I like
Like, so
fast?
I have talked to like parents of children that have been, touched, right, messed
Mm-hmm.
with, especially at a certain age. They say like now they're into like boys. Now they're into like,
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's what I was at. Like, was I? No. Again, I was 9, and I'm the only child, and it was always just me and my mom. So only time I was really like by myself is as far as school and work. So I will say this again, kudos to my mother. Even before this happened, I played the clarinet. I played handball. I did a lot of stuff, and my mother continued that. So I won't. I guess to not have me go through something like that. And I was more so, how can I say this? After that, I was more so scared of older men, if I'm saying that correct. Of older men.
mm,
I wasn't so much scared of like boys my age, but I was like scared of strange older men. Like I said, I went to after that happened, I stayed a couple of weeks when they had threatened my life to my aunt and uncle house, but he was elderly. I've known him, he was in my life when I came into this world. Of course, my father, I wasn't afraid of him. Most of my uncles on my father's side was deceased anyway, so I didn't have a lot of living uncles that I was around. Um, I wouldn't talk to strange men. Um,
that
and
makes sense though.
huh?
That makes sense. I got like that's what I frown upon old, like the old men and the young girls. I don't like that shit is like weird to me because growing up, I always looked mature for my age. And I
Me too.
remember like me and my mom would be at the bus stop and like this back when dudes thought it was cool to honk the horn, say shit.
Yeah.
And my mom would be
Yep.
so pissed. Like she's a child.
That
Or
was
whatever.
my mother. That's a baby.
Yeah, so that was always weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So like older guys that look at young girls is always weird to me. Like, and that's why I never, even now being what, I almost forgot how old I am, 36. Like I can't date so much older. Like it's just unnatural to me. I just can't do it because it's just like, and like I know like people in real life that I remember looking at young girls, and I look at them now like you a nasty nigga. I remember your little girls, like you know what I'm saying. And so it's crazy to say that because that's what turned me against older guys, because it's just
Mhm.
like I think that's so fucking disgusting.
Yes, it's and the sad thing about it is I've met some people, read some stories, and seen some videos where a woman at when younger was found herself repeatedly in situations like that. And I used and when I hear it, I used to be like, huh?
You said repeatedly?
Repeatedly, like everybody they met was violating them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I'm like, and that goes back to you feeling like you have no one. Like like you said, being real, like,
So let
oh,
me,
huh?
yeah, because like I feel like they prey on certain and this is and just to bring it into Naziah, I
Hmm.
feel like Naziah was like the odd one out. The Naziah wasn't his child, you know what I'm saying? Her parents wasn't around. The grandma probably really didn't give a fuck for real, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, let me corner her and take advantage
Right,
of her because he
right.
probably knew she didn't have nobody. And I feel like men like that, they prey on those, you know what I'm saying? The kids is like that. They look for I hate to say it like this, but the weakest link, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
that's what I was saying when I said that. When I was saying that, I wonder, like, what's what does that person exude that somebody always has to violate them and or find themselves in that situation? Because I feel like every time that happens to you, it does chip away at your self-worth. I,
yeah,
I'm I'm
a
I'm
lot of times they
thankful,
turn into prostitutes and stuff like that.
right? I'm beyond thankful that it was only one time. I don't even think
And then
and that, huh?
they also will feel like they always that's when you get the over sexualized,
Sexualized, yeah,
where they feel like all they can give is
is
themselves
that
to a man.
correct?
And then
Correct.
they find themselves in these relationships, even once they get older,
Mm-hmm.
always giving themselves to this sorry ass dude or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Right.
Christian said, if you don't mind me asking, and I understand if you can't, how would you describe a strange man? Like
Me?
me, or
Yeah. Who's
well,
that
we can
question
both
for?
answer. You go ahead, Miss Me. What do you
It's to
describe
me.
as a strange man?
A
I don't know,
strange.
but I mean, we can both can answer.
Okay, a strange man back then. Is that
I
what
mean,
she
what
asked?
what is a strange man? I mean, it's not the same to you now. Is it different?
I'm not 9. Like, I probably can handle myself a little bit different. I'm talking about back then when I was 9. Strange to me was almost everybody. Again, I was in the house with my mom. My father was in my life, of course, but I wasn't really around men. Like, my mother had boyfriends even after that, and I'm not ashamed to say that put some issues like between me and my mother, because I just was like damn, like in my head, like what they got to kill me next time type thing. So I've me and my mother have got, even when she was a little bit older and I was older, that's what I meant by strange man. If my mother was to get with somebody else, I would just be like nasty, don't talk, rude, and I wasn't even raised that way, but that was my defense mechanism. Like, don't say nothing to me. One of them even said something to my father, and he was like, "You not here for her. She don't want to talk to you. She don't have to talk to you." That's what I mean by strange. But no, in a nutshell, I wasn't around a lot of men. There's more women in my family than
Mhm.
men. So I wasn't around a lot of men. When I was smaller and my uncles were alive, it was never none of that with me and them or my cousins. Like I said, it's a bunch of girls. So That's what I mean by strange. Going to the store and
Strange men to me is this.
What?
Men that look at little girls, because I pay attention. Like I pay attention to men that look at kids.
So are you saying strange in behavior or strange not knowing them? Because that's two ways of looking at it.
I mean, that's just me, period. Like that's
what I'm saying. I'm just asking like for clarification because of course, if he's weird, no, I won't want to be around him. But do you mean strange is unfamiliar or strange in behavior?
I thought she meant like behavior.
Yeah, because are you saying strange in behavior or strange as unfamiliar? Just
like men, even as a grown woman, men that always like to like hug, I don't like that.
Oh, I can't stand that. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me.
Like I don't like that. That's strange. Like you weird.
Yeah,
like
that's strange behavior. Yeah,
I don't like that. Also, men that always offer what they can do for you. Like, what you trying to buy me? Like, trick with me? Like the fuck? Like I don't like that. Like, yeah, I'll pay for you. Like, I'll do this for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck did I ask you to do?
So you can feel compelled to lay down.
So that's strange. Like that's a strange.
That's strange. Yeah, that's strange.
Like I'm a type. Like I can be. I ain't gonna lie. I remember I was riding past a park. And it was this dude just at the park, and it was like kids playing. I'm like, what the fuck is he at the park for? I don't see him. He could have been there with a child, but my first thought was, where's your kid? Why are you at the park? You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's just like men that walk up, whether you're a panhandler or not, men that walk up to a woman with kids to ask for something, I don't like that. All these men around here, why you can't walk up to them? Why you wait till you see a woman with kids or a woman by herself going to her car and then you want to roll up on her? I don't like that. That's strange. So
we got real in this live, y'all. Y'all got some real today.
Okay, good conversation. But I know we got content pieces to get into. We can go ahead and start. Auntie gets sleepy. But I appreciate this conversation. It was needed, because I feel like right now everybody is like wanting to add their 2 cents because it's a national story, with Natalia. But my whole
not only that, it's putting some mirrors on a lot of people.
Yeah, my whole thing though, like we're gonna talk about it. Let's not do like that live on TikTok. I don't know what the hell they was doing.
I would never be in no circus like that. Okay. And I'm glad
we got in our mind, y'all. Those who we didn't even finish listening to it. It just got too much to even finish listening to. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't even get to the trial where we're gonna learn so much more stuff.
Yeah, so like
think about that.
If we're gonna talk about it, let's be honest about it.
Let's be honest about it. Exactly.
Let's stop acting like everybody's childhood was all fucking peaches and cream, and like we don't know some of this behavior that we're hearing. Not okay, right? But until everybody is able to say, "Hey, I have felt this way, and it's not okay," then we can move on. Like everybody, because there's other Nazayas out there, but we making it seem like, oh yeah, it's no way a child should have felt like that to do that. It's come on. Like, let's be real. Y'all know I'll be 100 about it. I sleep in front of my door and in front of somebody else's door. If we want to talk about it, let's talk about it.
Right. In front of my door and somebody else's. So we won't get on to the content, but I'm just saying if you're in that situation, been in that situation, know somebody, just either find that one person or be that one person for somebody, because that's not let's look at this real quick and we're gonna get into it. Let's say hopefully, I don't never give up on God, but hopefully let's just say Nazaya is somewhere. Could you imagine what she'll have to go through?
Right.
People need to think about that when they say certain things. There's nobody. Unless you know something we all don't know, she may come up. Look at her name, her how she was as a child, how you thought she was as a child, plastered all over. This is national. This is because it's not only happening in Detroit. Just when y'all say certain things, not us, because I want to. Hopefully, we have like-minded people, and if you have you're thinking another way, that's fine. Let us know, because I'm gonna even start having people come up and say something. If you come up here crazy, you're gonna get dropped. I'm just letting you know that. But you can come up here and say something, because like Mickey just said, it's a lot of people going through this. But if she's here, just think about, before you type something, say something, just think. There's nobody. I don't know if there ever will be some type of 100% healing for her if she's still alive, because of everything. Also,
but listen to this though.
What's up?
Even if she's not, it's other Nazias. It could be
that too. Okay, so all right, you're right, Mickey.
And
you're
scared.
Right. I'll take that back then.
All of this happening, and all these people that's shunning Nazia, they are going to.
They're watching it, right? Bingo. Okay, I take that back. It's not just Nazia. It could be anybody that's watching this and not saying anything, and will choose not to say anything because of what's going on
in society. And that's the problem. Like everybody, and I say this because I don't watch a couple videos of people. Everybody want to say, "Oh, she could have went and did this. She could," but everybody don't feel like they could have went and did that. Like, you gotta understand, some kids do not have a privilege or the luxury of having somebody that's gonna listen to them. I done seen kids go to their parents and say, "I'm hungry," and they say, "No, you're not."
Right.
Nothing up. Or like I said, I use myself. I started my period. I didn't even know nothing about no period. Like, I wasn't taught about it. And I go to my grandfather to say, "Hey, it's blood." And he said, "Who touching on you? Somebody had to touch you." You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to like understand that everybody don't have that. You know what I'm saying? At all. Everybody, like, I was able to use that situation. Look, my daughter knew what to do when her period came. Like, I was more scared when it happened than she was, because she's like, "Mom, you already told me what to do," stuff like that. So again, everybody don't have somebody that can just go talk to or tell this to. Skull, salute.
Kristen, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. You as well, Tristan.
Yeah, so we have to use this time, because it's, again, I would pray that Nazia is some among us living, okay? But at the same time, whether she is or isn't, is other little girls, 11, 12, or younger, whatever, that's going through similar situations, that's seeing all of our grown asses covering it, you know what I'm saying? Talking about it. And instead of us being honest, letting them know we understand, letting them know, like, we done been there, and it's not okay what we went through. It's not okay for you to go through it. Here's some resources. If you can't tell shit, if you can't tell your mama, goddamn, inbox me and we'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of us opening up, you know what I'm saying, for that, we're sitting here saying, "Oh, she fast as hell texting." Grown out. We ain't saying that grown niggas shouldn't have been texting her from the start. We don't know if this man been teaching how to respond to him. Like, we don't know. But we want to see her at like this shit. Like, we don't know. Like, this shit is really reality for a lot of people. So that's why I said, if we gonna cover it over here with us, we gonna keep
it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real.
Other little girls watching, and you never know. You could say something and scare a child, a teenager, away from coming to tell their truth, because it's some sick bastard out there fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? When that man or woman know it's wrong as hell, because we can't leave them. There's women that do piece shit too. You know
women do it too. I know 2 gentlemen right now that opened up to me and told me what happened to them as a child. And then it's not like, it's kind of shocking because at first you'd be like, oh, a man, but children, no matter what gender, to me, are vulnerable. It doesn't matter whether you are a
look, like I said, I don't care if a child get butt naked, do a cartwheel. You grown at the end of the fucking day. You is grown. So I say this, and then we can get into the clips. Just be mindful, because we have never know how many Nazias are out there, including Nazia herself, that may need a resource. So, like I said, you gotta open yourself on. You know what I'm saying? To be that vessel for somebody. Now, I can't tell you like I know all the answers, but shit, if a child hit me up,
I'll help you find some. I'll definitely help you find some.
Like, we gonna figure this shit out.
I'll definitely help you find something. To say that, to say if there's anybody, you know what I'm saying, listening, you going through that, because sometimes it is better to talk to someone that don't know you, don't know the person that's doing this to you or your family.
Yeah, you know, the biggest thing is judgment.
And I was just about to say that it's no, even if I did know the person, I'm not going to judge, because I'm you. I understand. I'm just a older version of myself, but
very older.
Yeah, hold on, Nikki. You about to make me change the
No.
We're not gonna get on that. Nikki,
no, you know I
like I'm so
deep tonight. I thought we was gonna get deep, but we getting deep, okay? So you know I gotta lighten the mood sometimes.
But wait a minute, and you always use me.
You make it so easy though. You make it
You always use me. I was about to say something, but I'm a leave that for.
You make it so easy. You be like, you give me the alley oop every time.
Right. I ain't shaming my age. Everybody want to know I'm 50 motherfucking one. So what?
Oh, they know. Okay. When your ass up there controlling the screens and shit. 50 minutes. Like, ma'am, please go to the next slide, ma'am.
All right.
We done had an open discussion for an hour.
Is it? Oh, yes. We sure did.
Content, because I got to go to sleep on time.
Oh, and she calling me old, and she the one going to sleep.
Yeah, I should be tired. Hey, I am a grandma. Shit.
I'm a grandmother too.
Yeah. And you know you be going to sleep too. So stop playing.
No, I don't. I can't sleep.
But see, no, because you be like, I gotta be in bed by 8 o'clock. Like,
no lie, y'all. I say that because I be wanting to go to sleep so bad. I will get in that bed and that's it. Ass be up.
Man, I be looking for content. That's my problem. Why I can't wind down. I'm always looking for content. Make the content.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, what we getting into?
We're gonna do one of these women's testimony. I don't know if I should do the fiance first or the son mother that found them glasses.
Do the glasses one.
All right.
Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, share the live, take that off the screen. Because it got the N word on it.
Where?
The comment you got on the screen. Y'all know we gotta use other words other than them. You know, the big them words. So like the P word, N word. Just use abbreviation. You still got it on the screen. That's a geriatric, y'all. Geriatric.
You get on my nerves. You talking about over here? I wasn't even looking at the screen. I'm doing something else. So don't even try to check me, and I ain't even looking.
I think the camera's gonna be in there. I think it's like the judge will have to like rule to like close the court type shit. So I think the camera's gonna be in there. Pretty sure of it. And shit went hell. Y'all know Detroit is my hometown. Hell, I'll fuck around, take my ass up there and watch it in real time. And give y'all play by play. I ain't been home since 2015. Might be
Shit,
time
I
for a
told you.
visit.
Look, I know them people was like, this lady crazy. I was calling them.
You trying to go to Detroit for the crown?
Shall I go? Look, I go in there. Them people will carry me up out. Carry me up out of there.
Look, Mickey Truth got kicked out one track. I can't get kicked out another one now.
For real though, I'll probably be like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'm not even gonna hold you.
That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm
not even gonna hold you because he just he gives me. I hate the fact that he has the nerve to be shamed. Like
he's shamed.
I mean, he should be. Don't get me wrong, but you wasn't shamed when you was doing all that nonsense. Y'all, I don't know what's
he's just sitting guilty, and y'all know. I mean, just because I feel he's guilty, don't mean he's guilty as far as court. But yeah, he's definitely guilty to me. He don't have no type of nothing. Like hearing this shit they accusing you of, ain't nothing in your eyes. Like what the fuck? Like,
and like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what?
I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
This is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. #1 blogger in South Carolina.